G2, which was such an upset next year. One of the perennial heavy hitters. Such an experienced team this European side. A very quick clash. Vanya already double swing.
Like that, Dizzy wants to send out one of her own here, but the top of the side swarming with G2 players. It doesn't matter. Jelly able to find two. Teams Mibr in this pistol. It's Jubish now with the push out. Knows that Mimi set up over towards Hookah. Petra looking to swing on this now. The two veterans of G2 Gozen now trying to land the plane in this pistol. We are in the post-pine and Jubish has to get his skates on.
Shots are going awry, but at this point with the crossfire, they should just simply be unwinnable.
I don't know about that one. Petra tries to take that challenge. Mimi being careful. Jubish down now to 39. Not even getting it to half quite yet. Mimi needs to have a look at this. And there it is, G2 after winning only 1 out of 6 pistols in their last match.
As much impact as you could possibly extract from one kill. Free-side access, look at this, rapid from SRN back in.
Nightfall though, that's pretty nasty timing. Mimi tries to draw a beat there on Jelly across the site, and that'll do it. Just Jelly standing now, decayed down, and Mimi finishes the job.
By the boombox.
G2 pretty adamant about taking control of this part of the map. That's another prowler. The C is going to be thrown out. Everything coming in now as the crunch from the backside is here. Here comes SRN. Able to find the one. Sayuri before she went down gets one of her own. 10 HP and hanging on. But Vanya, as the third line of assault here, doesn't quite have the timing to find SRN going for an orb. Clear out. Amy's also starting to threaten. They know they've got two Mibr players trapped inside showers, and there they will stay. Jubish from heaven. We'll look to challenges, at least try and get an update on the situation, but Amy does not let her get away.
Dizzy, time for the showers crunch. It worked perfectly, but...
Wow, Jelly, it just swings out into that.
Genuinely needs to do something round winning for this to matter. Second thrash, GG will send it on over to the next one. Going for an aggressive early round play like Mibr did, it's just not going to work with G2's current approach.
Him down now, this is pace from Mibr.
Trying to go out, give space for Mimi to take this engagement. They have multiple players to swing out of shower with the Dizzy, that is nice.
SRN is able to find Vanya with the paint shells. Petra! Oh my, Petra! More than that would have been absolutely absurd. To Melissa. Equaling her frag total Mibr and for Amy with nothing but a classic. It's going to be like playing whack-a-mole. Boxers would have protected from it too much spam anyway. Here's the Dizzy in the back of the site. Wingman gets in, Amy infected, and SRN's able to follow it up. Spike picked up. Gonna go down in just a moment here now. Still 3 players up for G2 after a great start to the round, and Vanya puts this one to bed before it gets out of hand. Petra has this Nightfall. Can't ask for much more than that for G2. You're gonna have to work with it. But this is gonna be forced back now as the Neurotheft comes in. Jelly ball banged low. C's thrown out just ahead of her. It's Petra fighting yet another one now from the back of this A side. G2 are gonna start to come forward. Jubish is low. She needs to play off someone else. The Viper wall. Sayuri sits behind it and interrupts the defuse. Jubish down. That's 3 for Petra for those that are keeping track at home. And Rescue can't do much, but Petra will find her 4th. And Sayuri has to go 1v2 to win it. And that is a banger of an ace from Petra to keep G2 in the map.
Onto it.
Here's Dizzy, Mibr, know they've got the weapon advantage, and in they go, but Amy had an off angle on the corner. She sees them cross. Someone, they've not called her out. Amy runs out of bullets. Finds 2 kills for her troubles, though. Still, there's a lot to be done for G2. Rescue finds the showstopper, but cannot connect. And Mibr it's made to make sure that's one less angle they're going to worry about. Here we go. Rescue in, and a perfect landing. At the 10 from the judges, SRN brought down. Jelly, though, has been incredible over the course of this series so far, and this one is no different, clearly. Jubish going to take that kill away on Mimi, but Jelly is still a problem. Right clicks, deadly at this range, but Vanya takes care of the offending Sky. Melissa, from heaven to hell in a matter of seconds.
Great retake from G2, just gathered up
a little harder for the middle of the map. Petra here. She's about to see 2. Okay, no flash in her direction anyway. Spray transfer, doesn't quite get there. Sayuri, though, a little bit low and doesn't have much more to do over at A. Now it's SRN fighting from heaven once more. No real presence from Rescue on that side. Here's the swing, though. This is going to be a little bit nasty in a second for SRN. They're going to be surrounded by 2 players. Vanya steps up first, and Rescue with perfect swing timing. There's fundamentals again shine through for G2.
That was excellent. They have displayed patience in the right moments, and Seekers, Showstopper as well. The Rescue can pop to follow up off the information that'll be gained from the Sky Ultimate.
I heard that Showstopper come out. Amy doesn't need one. No, and what a TP from Melissa. Okay, Amy gets 4 in the round so far, and there's more to be done. It will be Sayuri falling last. Petra takes it.
Theoretically, G2 players could be exposing the holes in other areas of the map. The Seekers go out, the wall gets broken. A lot of pressure now onto the side. SRN is caught. Petra on the angle.
Yep, running straight into a Sonic Center there, Wyatt. Nothing SRN could have done about it. Jelly now looking to bid his second wave, and Petra down to just as easy.
Spike down A.
Petra looking at another ace.
10 seconds left.
Set up here for Vanya to see Melissa. Yeah, we're giving it to Pel. Oh, Amy!
Oh, that.
You have some explaining to do, I think. We'll clear heaven entirely. So SRN can transition to the side. Rescue had an opportunity. They don't know Rescue is here, despite the fact that she took the shot. She'll fight two from this hell position. And now the Annihilation catches on to Zhubish. And that's the round there and then. MIBR thought they had the run of the place.
Switching sides.
Right back over towards ropes. He's nothing. But there's Petra. Holds her ground. Melissa tries to have a peek on it. Screens is now very well held with a lot of that deadlock util there as well. And Amy is tucked here on this corner. Oh, she wants to fight. Gets to. Sayuri now on the wrong side of the dark cover. Will take the plunge and try and salvage this pistol for MIBR. But there are 3 or 4 angles that she needs to be aware of. And Mimi brings it down. Quite. That'll be cleared here. Still no heaven presence for MIBR. They're going to flood here from screens. SRN is freaking me out. They're so low when they cross. They get the showstopper kill. Now the Annihilation comes in. They are released. The Rescue is waiting on the angle. Paranoia comes in, but Mimi's got the double face down. Good crossfire set up here for G2 and a 3v3. Vanya on site. Mimi still doggedly holding that position over towards elbows. Melissa trying to fire in through the kiosk, but Mimi has the timing. Vanya down, but G2 emerge with 2 rifles. This has got to happen pretty soon, though. MIBR have to make the play. Geronimo, they say. Vanya ready for Zhubish there on that high ground. Vanya playing close to the TP across, but there will be Petra ready to swing on this now. Oh, grab net. That's pretty ugly. Gonna have to pull those out at some point, and you won't have time to get the defuse. G2, Mo, MIBR down, and take us to a map 3.
We'll see if we get more of that as they're up quick towards a fighting towards elbow. Paranoia from Vanya is perfect though, and finds 1 for 2. The rest of the players are actually just trying to fight this crossfire still.
Falls back by the flash. Now we'll have a crack at it. Melissa throwing shots out here, trying to suppress them as much as possible. Mimi just walks into a headshot. And out to 1 versus 2, and Petra will be on the line.
Octans would purposely as well to expose that it's the Cypher there, so maybe just going to be the one, but Petra is in tow.
Mimi set up, has some util to work with. 2 flash points and an aftershock up for the breach now. Again, the double util retake is pretty darn nice for G2 to work with. Melissa's under pressure, and it's going to be Mimi that takes it down. Zhubish gets in for the top of mid, and it's all up to Petra. Halves it. Swing. Takes a bit of damage, and Petra now is in this. Headshot to Zhubish. Around the corner. Goes the Prowler. Sayori falls! What a comeback for Petra! Drifting each other back and forth. Set up. There's a cam here to play off of as well. Out trots Mimi. All of G2 starting to converge now upon that spike. A one-way thrown down. It's so annoying now with that box in place. And Melissa actually TP'd into a Paranoia. Amy with the stick. Vanya and Mimi get involved and guarantee the defuse. They will. Box. We already. SRN's looking at it. Yeah, they've said. Oh, no! Not again!
Oh, goodness! Even more this time!
Well, sometimes disasters occur in 3s, folks, and Petra has gutted MIBR in the middle of the map with the old sneaky beaky sit behind the box trap.
Yeah, so they're just going to retain all of their rifles.
Well, map designers looking to try to find a timing
on this and slips into the site, distracted by the wingman temporarily. Neural theft popped as well.
Zhubish spraying there through that cyber cage. Spike is now down. 3 players for G2 to work with. The Rescue's able to find Zhubish in. Okay, we are going for the overdrive. So you're already pinged out by a horn over on the side here. A Rescue stretching that LG to its limits. That's going to be Petra getting involved. Good trades here from G2. They have some presence on the site now. Jelly needs to be dug out, and Melissa wants to get ahead of this dark cover, but Jelly's caught with util in her hands, and Melissa.
Yeah, this is the new sunset, the new crossfires being set up. Look at this retake utility, it is comprehensive.
Yeah, aftershock, they're actually caught onto Rescue in the end. Jelly tucked here at the back of the side. Here is that rolling thunder coming through. It's MIBR looking to make use of it. Sayori lets it go, and Melissa's able to find 2 off the back of it. Jelly still pushed up here. Wingman dealt with by Petra now. 1 versus 3. And she's able to get her first, get ahead of the fault line, but down to 41. This is a big job, but Sayori is low, very low. A tap, a push up. Petra is her! She is unchained! And a defuse here gets G2 out to 6. This is getting unreasonable.
Vanya's going to get all of the info, and if I know Vanya, she will not be swinging from this box. She is always playing safe, always playing intelligently, and that's why she gets free kills like that.
She knows Sayori's there as well. The phone line doesn't hit her. In fact, the one that comes from Mimi is devastating. Now Melissa is a sitting duck. That swing for Vanya, she gets the job done. 3 for the Omen. With a quick satchel on the side here. Stinger though, they've got to get up close, and Petra slaps her down. Not today.
I know exactly.
Ooh, Jelly, okay, sorry. Okay, 3 off the Sheriff, now you're online. Thrash deployed here, jumping in towards Boba, Vanya pinged out there as well. They might be spending a lot here to try and get this. TP across now. They might be trying to defeat the one, maybe Vanya's going to be there. Jelly with 4, and here's Vanya. A chance for her 4th too. Still time to work with. Another smoke available in just a moment. Drawing Melissa out of position. It's just a shoulder pick. Good patient play. Now she might have to stick. Just to the right. Melissa doesn't know. We're at half and counting. Melissa has to stop her, and Vanya says, thanks for coming. I'll be taking the round.
Goes down, but
Sayori has to step up herself now. Rescue's going to dive into the fog, head first into the smoke. Sayori's going to be there. It's going to be Mimi to salvage now, but Jelly gets ahead of the defuser.
it does get slowed a bit. Neon's fast lane used early.
This could be a nasty fault line. That should catch on to at least 2 players, but Rescue's going to be forced back. Player on the corner was pretty nasty, but Petra, even on the back foot, can bring 2 down. Melissa wants to pay off his paranoia, but the smokes are still in the way. Amy, great positioning there. Able to see Sayori over towards the link side now, and there it is. Boost to the cyber cage. Rescue's going to have a double face to deal with. One for Jubic is going to be traded out. Here's Melissa, but she's very, very low. She's going to find one. She's going to have to be enough as Jelly steps in. They've been a bit quiet of the last part of that last half, but now back into the action. And Mimi still brings it down. Off any sort of cam contact, and in comes the fault line. Rescue affected by it, but she's able to get to the left just in time. Okay, here's the Nightfall. Jubi's playing pretty far forward. Rescue says, I am here for the fight. Finds 2. Melissa might have been stood behind her. It's unclear, but both were heavily affected by the initiator util. And now Mibr are down to 3. 2 of them, well, one of them has a rifle. It's just Jelly. Okay, Mimi's going to be detained there, and no one's able to play off of it for G2. That's essentially a free kill, but Vanya is good for it. SRN is down. 2 versus 3 now as Jelly gets some action going. Vanya, again, the patience, it's signature, and it's crippling there for Mibr. And EMEA Starlings secure yet another upper final.
That was just complete annihilation on Sunset. The score on Split, I don't think indicates